Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Pink, and my channel is about all the pretty things in life. And for me, of course, that's God, family, fashion, and home. And speaking of home, I've pretty much discovered the most ingenious way to store soap. So of course, that's a big deal. So if you think that's a big deal, stay tuned and wait. It's genius. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Stay tuned.
Hello again. How y'all feeling? I love y'all. Your love is bright as ever. And baby, kiss me. Baby, kiss me. Before they turn the lights out.
This, my friends, is the disaster called my children's linen closet. As you can see, I keep it real and raw and uncut. So this is the before, and it's in dire need of help. So first, I like to take everything out. We started with a fresh coat of paint, and because it was so dark in there, I found these lights, and I'm going to see how they work out. I've never used them before, but they seem really bright, and I just needed something that was easy and easy to install. They're runoff batteries, three AAA batteries per light, and they can attach either with the 3M double-sided Velcro that's on the back, or they have magnets, or you can also use the some hardware to hang them up. And I said I was just going to try the 3M strips first and see how that works. And like I said, you can use the AAA batteries, and one of them came with batteries already installed. So I was like, hey, why not? And I can tell you now, after having them in for a couple of days, I like them. So I'll link the information below in the description box. They're pretty bright, and they serve, for the price. They work well, in my opinion. You guys let me know if you try them. Let me know what you think. And so next, guys, what you'll need are some containers. I really recommend containers of different sizes or baskets. And I found a set of these baskets at TjMaxx, and I mean, like, unbeatable price. Like, this container here was $2.99, and each size up was just an additional dollar more. And what I like about baskets is because I have, even if it's the same item, I don't necessarily always get one brand, and when they're inside containers or baskets, it still makes it looks cohesive and clean. And so, as you can see, even if they were to fall down inside the baskets or containers, it would still look better than it did before, with them all falling to the bottom of the linen closet, or just on the shelves, because the shelves are wired. So the containers just help keeps different brands, different sizes, even if it's the same item. It keeps them together in a neat way. And I really ended up not using all of the containers, but I'm glad that I purchased one in each size, just in case, in the future I go back and they don't have the exact basket, the exact pattern. I know that would drive me crazy. So I'm glad I just went ahead and bought the whole set. And that way, in the future, I have room to grow, and I know that I'll have the matching baskets. But another way to remedy that is just get something that's solid color in one tone, and or if that doesn't bother you, then just get whatever. But I kind of wanted it to all look cohesive, so I highly recommend containers for those items that otherwise will look junky if left on their own. Speaking of containment, I decided to also put our washcloths into one of these containers, and I decided to roll them just for a more appealing visual. And I stuck all with white towels and washcloth. And also the bins came in handy with storing our toilet tissue. I thought about getting a bigger bin for the toilet tissue, but I actually prefer to have, again, the cohesive bins that all match, and this was a pretty decent size. Now, in another one of the larger bins, I decided to put a container inside of that bin. So I took one of the smaller containers I already had and grouped together the deodorants and their hand soap for the bathrooms and put them together in the small white container. And then I was able to then put that container inside the bin, and it worked just perfectly to where the handles of the white container allowed it to hook on to the larger bin right up front in the empty space. I was able to store large bulky items such as the bottles of Listerine and the body lotion that I use. That way I don't have a bunch of little things rolling around in a large container. And another tip I wanted to give you all is in the smaller container, for I wanted to use this for my light bulbs, and I realized that instead of putting in the whole light bulb container, which I could, which fit inside my bin, but I decided to put the light bulb packaging inside, and that way I can store more bulbs than the original container. The original container only hold I think it only held 4 bulbs, and by using the bulb container packaging within that I had between the different types of bulbs we use in the home, I used the packaging inside the bin, and then I just added my bulbs to the container. And like, I was very pleased with myself, if I do say so myself. I thought that was a great way to save space and a great way to make the most out of the space in a small bin. I also found another great bin. It's actually a small trash can, and it's just the right size. And I like that the shape was flat instead and rectangle instead of round, and it had a little handle that you can pull down out the linen closet if need be. This will just be a bin where I keep my rags or the old pieces of cloth that we use to clean those things around the house that, are like more icky than the other spots, to where even sometimes we just throw these rags out. So oftentimes when I have a towel that's needs to be transitioned out, or a worn out washcloth like these here, they will transition into being our cleaning rags. And the cleaning rags are often just are one use and are thrown out after, depending on what they're cleaning, of course. But these are the rags that you use to clean up things that you don't necessarily want to. You have to use that rag again. Mostly it would consist of old towels. I cut them up into little squares, and then you have so many rags that you can use, cleaning rags, that I don't mind if after they clean up something really icky, that if they just, go ahead and throw that on out. Okay, guys, now you all remember that mess at the bottom of the linen closet. So I got this large bin to kind of remedy that, to where I can put the cleaner and the little scrub brushes that they use for the carpet and things inside the bin, and a old hand steamer that we hardly use now that we have our upright steamer. This large bin I found with a lid and wheels was perfect. The lid hides all that stuff, and the wheel makes it you could just pull out whenever you need one of those items. I feel like I had one of those light bulb moments when I came across this container, and it's a good size. They come in different sizes. They are very great quality, heavy duty. They put you in the mind of like those glass candy jars, but it's more functional for me and this particular linen closet because it's for my children. And because of how it opens in the front, it's the perfect solution for our bath soap storage. And it's a good size. You see, if you can tell by my hand. But if you're like a normal person and you measure a normal way is 5 liters, 5.3 quarts, or 169 ounces. And I believe this was the size in the middle. I believe there's a size smaller than this, and then maybe a couple of sizes larger than this item. And I'll try to link the information down below. They're stackable. I just think that this is a good solution, especially because we use more than one type of bath soap, brand of bath soap. They can all just be thrown in there, no matter which brand. And we do prefer the Dial soap because it's antibacterial, and because I have 3 teenagers, and I'll just leave it there. You feel my struggle. So, but I sometimes just get whatever's on sale, and I can fill up the container no matter which brand of soap it is, and it still have that cohesive look that I like, and it's just really functional. It's large, it has a great capacity, and they can just reach in and grab their soap on their way to the restroom. So I love it. And we'll see how many bars of soap that I can fit in here. But I knew that I would be removing the packaging because, like I said, I use different brands. And, like, for example, the Zest, they come in boxes, and that would take up a lot of room inside the bin. But I wanted to give you an idea. Like, there's a lot of room in this bin. This is 1 bar of soap inside, and like I have room for tons. And you can use the packaging still. I mean, it does fit, but or even for the soaps that have the paper packaging, like Ivory, where it's, you know, doesn't isn't very bulky, that works too. But I decided I'm just going to remove the packaging no matter which brand of soap I'm using, just because. And it has the linen closet smelling so good, so fresh, and it's just like a win-win. So I'm going to see how many bars of soap I can fit in here and see if I can still pull the individual bars of soap out easily, and see if it fits on the shelf in the linen closet. So, like, I'm just so happy. Like, this is just an amazing day for me. This is just an amazing life accomplishment for me. So this just really has got my whole life together. Like all my problems are solved now. Like this bin. So you guys, let me know how you guys store your soap. Like, do you have a great way? Let me know. Because this right here just blew me away. Like anything that's functional and still doesn't look too bad, too shabby, I'm sold. And like I said, the soap smells great. Every time you open it, it's like its own little scent and air freshener. I'm sold. So I'll show you guys how everything looks in the closet. Okay, you guys, let's do a quick, really quick look at the horrible before and now the after.
Okay, guys, I'm just going to give you a quick tour. I'm keeping the toilet tissue here, lotions, Listerine, hand soap for the bathroom, and deodorant there. And in the big bin, it rolls out, and it's just to keep some of the things that we don't use frequently: hair rollers, our hand steamer, carpet spot treatment cleaner, things that you don't necessarily go to every day. Um, then, of course, my prize find, my soap holder. This is our toothpaste and sanitizer, and their acne wash for their face. Just really the towels, and we even have room to grow. We could even put more bins on the top and put more towels here if necessary. But I love that it's room to grow coming from where we were. And the iron and iron board, storage hangers, just great finds for a small space to get things up and out the way. So I'm really excited about how it turned out. Now I have room to grow, which is important. I can move some things around and put more baskets, more towels. So that's exciting. And of course, my prize find, my soap, my new soap holder. I think it's genius. I mean, how do you guys store your soap? I'm curious to know if you have any ideas. That's a big deal for me. So, but as always, I appreciate you. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to reach 5K, so it really helps me out a lot. Thank you so much and take care.
Maybe pink like the holes in your heart. Baby pink is my favorite.